Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something absolutely different. We are gonna be doing a reaction video to one of my most favorite YouTube shows, and that is Divorce Court. Anyone can have access to it. So by sharing this with you, I'm hoping that we'll be able to critique these people together, learn from their mistakes, and hopefully retain some information that we can use for ourselves in the future. So before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and follow me on Instagram. Do not forget to do that. Let's get started.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Shanique Tunnell and Rahsaan Moore. The two of you have been together for 4 years, but you're only 21 years old. You have one child together who is 2. Ms. Tunnell, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Rahsaan and I have been together for 4 years, like you said, and when we started out, which was in high school, he was the perfect gentleman, and then he transformed into a grade A cheater, number one, and he's also a liar.
Okay. Give me some cheating stories.
Well, the first time I suspected that he was cheating was when I was 6 months pregnant. I was going to school and working, and when I was home, I slept a lot. So, we didn't really have daily contact all the time. But one day my dog Lucky she was acting a little funny, acting sickly. So I called the vet and he told me to bring her in. When we brought Lucky in, he gave her a laxative. And when she relieved herself, came out a G-string, a cheetah print. A cheetah print G-string that was a few sizes too small for me. So when I got home, I confronted him about it. And of course, he tried to say that it was mine, but I do not wear G-strings that are cheetah print. And so then started some yelling, and the neighbors, they heard the ruckus, so they called the police, and the police saw that I was the aggressor, so they took me and they held me over the weekend. And then he came to get me, and he just kept trying to convince me that it was mine, but I know that it wasn't.
Mr. Moore, do you have anything you'd like to say about the G-string?
You guys. As in, do you see the kind of drama that this show has? Like, people go through a lot. You're pregnant, someone is busy cheating on you. And then, whoever he had brought to the house left their tongue behind. And the poor little dog, the poor puppy, ate the tongue and was feeling sick. Yani, they had to take it to the vet. You're expecting to see some random food or whatever, but the tongue of the person that this person was cheating you with, that is what the dog had eaten. Yani, that is such a crazy way to find evidence. Like, I don't even know what to say. You guys, have you digested what we've just seen and heard? Let's continue. I'm sure it gets worse, and I'm sure he will lie.
Your Honor, honestly, I didn't leave no G-string in there in my room. My dog be all through the house, so it could have been picked up by anybody.
You guys live alone? You guys live
Well,
with
at the
people?
moment we was living together.
But I mean, were other people in the household
other
with
people was
you?
in the household. So,
He could have got the G-string from anywhere.
Anywhere.
Why
My
did it have to
cousin-
be from him?
Who else in the house was wearing a cheetah print G-string? Come on.
Well, I don't know who was there, and don't tell me.
Right.
So, Ms. Tunnell, why don't you tell me another cheating story? Because that one's suspect.
When I actually caught him in the act, which was about last year, we were on the terms of breaking up, but we weren't exactly there yet. He had been acting funny, and this one particular day, he wasn't answering my phone calls. So I decided to pop up at his mom's house because he was there at the moment. So when I arrived to his mom's house, his family members were in the house, but he was nowhere to be found. So I went downstairs and I looked on the bed and I saw a baby. And this baby wasn't my baby. So I went back upstairs and I asked two family members whose baby was that. And they replied to me that it was the girl that Rasan had over that day, and that they went somewhere and they'd be back shortly. So they came in the house, him and the girl, and there was a big altercation, and he wound up defending the girl against me, and that's when we officially broke up.
Okay, Mr. Moore, what's your version of that event?
Your Honor,
Listen, if someone has the unmitigated gall, the audacity, like what, to cheat on you, and you find out what is going on, do not attack the other person. It's like both of you are victims. The person that, if you're gonna stoop that low and attack, should be your partner, because that other person doesn't know you, and even if they did, they have no loyalty to you. The person who owes you loyalty and respect is your partner. They're the ones who are cheating on you. They are the ones who are betraying you. Like, God forbid this happens to anybody. Like, I pray it does not, and I always pray against that for everybody. But if you ever do find yourself in that situation, do not attack the other woman. What if she thought that the guy was single and he had lied? You know, many people do that. What if she knew that he had someone, but you know, their self-esteem is so low, they really do not have any self-respect or care about what the situation is. But regardless of the situation, your issue is not with that person. They don't owe you anything. The person who owes you something is the person that you're with. And if they lied, whatever the situation is, either way, it's on them, not on the other person. Not on the other person. Many of you have lost friendships and broken relationships with friends and other people around you just to keep the same guy who will just continue ruining your life. The guy is a problem, not the other people. So know who your enemy is. Know who your enemy is. Know it and know it well. Let's continue.
I feel as if you make it seem like you don't want to be with me or in the situation.
So you guys were kind of breaking up,
Yeah,
in the
we was in the
process of breaking up.
yeah.
So you think, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Were you guys in the process of breaking up?
We were, but we weren't there yet, and we didn't cross the lines of moving on either.
Well, I wasn't literally.
Well, where is that line?
That
Right.
line is when he was sending me mixed signals. 1 minute he wanted to be together, the next minute he didn't. Am I right?
If anything, that was you.
Okay.
And
Any
that's why,
more cheating
Your
stories?
Honor,
I get that. When any more cheating stories to tell me?
No, besides the fact that he lies a lot.
What did he lie about?
Well, there was one day when we were going to bed, and when we went to bed, I woke up so I could get something to drink, and I noticed that he was not beside me at all. So it was like about 2 a.m. Where could he have been? So I called him. His phone went straight to voicemail. So I tried the landline, and when I called from the house phone, it started ringing, which means that I was blocked. So I'm calling, and again, no answer. At 4 a.m., he comes into the house frantic, sweaty, panicking, saying that he was just robbed of his phone and his money. So now I'm panicking too. And he's just saying, oh, you know, let's not worry about it. I'm glad that I have my life. I'll get another phone tomorrow. So as we're retreating to our bedroom, his phone rang. So I turned around and I looked at him and I just held my hand out because at this point it wasn't much more that he was going to say. And when he put the phone in my hand, there was a text message from an unsaved number saying, I'm glad I could see you tonight.
Mr. Moore, your
Honor.
version of that event.
Since we was in the terms of breaking up again, I felt like I'm not about to make the issue even more worse than what it is, so I did lie.
Were you guys,
that.
again, in the process of breaking up when this occurred? Were things uncool at the house?
No.
For a while, things been uncool, so
I guess on his
first,
part.
I feel like she's stuck in her ways.
I read in your paper that you pretty much allege that she's irrational and just kind of a little crazy with it, paranoid. Is that true?
She just takes whatever she sees and go with it. Use the past to manipulate me about what's going on in the situation at the moment. It could be her wrong at the time, and I still be brought up.
Okay. I want you to think, I know you're telling me a general story. I want you to think for a while and give me an example of one time where she's taken a little piece of information and blown it all out of proportion so I can make a determination as to whether or not she's irrational. So, Mr. Moore, tell me a story that would show me how irrational she can be.
She actually made up a scenario thinking I was flirting with a female when I stepped away from her.
Where were you?
We was at the beach, on the boardwalk. We was enjoying our time. I actually have a photo of us enjoying our time before she wanted to step out of line.
But what happened?
We was enjoying ourselves. I actually went up to the boardwalk to get us some ice cream. And
nice picture.
Some lady had stopped me and asked me where did I get the ice cream from. The boardwalk is very crowded.
Right.
There's a lot of stores, so you wouldn't know exactly where the actual store is. I'm giving her directions. On my way to Shanique, I see her just looking very furious and not understand why I got 2 ice creams in my hand. She walks up to me and says I was flirting with a female, snatched the ice cream out of my hand.
Ms. Tanel, did that happen?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, how long does it take to give directions? You were just there getting the ice cream. How long did it take?
What did you think he was doing? He's got 2 ice cream cones in his hand. It's hot out. You at the beach. He said, what do you think he was doing?
Well, he's capable.
I took down on numbers at the time. I got 2 ice cream cones.
He's capable of anything, Your Honor. So I just didn't believe that he was
capable of anything. What made you think it was something other than he's got 2 ice cream cones, you got a kid there, you're on the beach, a woman stops him, and they have a little bit of a conversation?
Like, honestly, the way she's saying he's capable of anything, it's like there's like negative sentiment overload. Like, do they even like each other? Do you know what I mean? Like, she's so bitter. And I don't fault her, obviously, because he has, been cheating and putting her through stuff, meaning she's angry, she's insecure, she's afraid, she's unstable. She doesn't know what he's going to do next. So she's always watching him and always suspicious. And that's a bad space to be in. And I'm like, why would you stay with somebody who makes you feel that way? Do you know what I mean? Different people have different standards for their lives. There are people who they feel if you cheat on me one time, I'm out. Do you know what I mean? And cheating goes both ways. Not only men who do it, even women do, but it's whatever. There are people who feel like, okay, maybe someone cheated, something happened, whatever. Maybe we can find a way to resolve it and come back together. Cool. But like, whatever people's situation is for deciding to go back, it's like, if you're gonna go back, if that's your choice, if that's what you want to do, you guys need to resolve the situation that brought you to that point in the first place. Because if you don't, you'll just keep going round and round and round in circles. Like, you'll just go back, repeat the same thing, break up, go back, repeat the same thing, break up, because you're not resolving the issue at its root. And if you do go back, you need to truly and honestly work at forgiving that person. And clearly, there's no forgiveness here because of the way she's acting. She's like, oh, you don't know what he's capable of. And that makes me feel like maybe this is something that he has done often, because the stories are too much. The stories are crazy. You know what I mean? So just go, leave, because you will just end up damaging who you are because you want to stay with someone. And relationships are supposed to be like this mutually supportive thing. You guys are supposed to build each other, make each other better, make each other happy. Yes, you might not be happy all the time because we have different personalities and, 2 different people marrying themselves to live under one household. It will not be easy all the time. But at the same time, cheating, that is like you've literally checked out of the relationship. That's not even a relationship problem because you've gone out of the relationship. So a clown will be a clown. You need to ask yourself why you keep going to the circus, because if you have so many bad things to complain about somebody, at some point, people will look at you like, okay, why do you have all these things to complain about? Like, why did you not just leave after the first 10 times it happened? Why are you still there now? Anyway, that's my rant. Let's carry on.
Were you at his people's house throwing food at him?
Yes.
And that's exactly why my family...
Do you remember why you were throwing food at him?
Yes, I do. And
Tell me why.
You was drunk.
he did not pull me to the side. He said so, oh, stop drinking. Oh, you're doing too much. Right in front of his family. That's embarrassing.
So you thought you would resolve the embarrassing situation by heaving a plate of food in his direction. This was your resolution to the fact that you were being embarrassed unnecessarily.
Not originally.
Shanique is going to be her, Your Honor.
I got you. Ms. Tennell, you have told me that he is a liar and a thief, and I want to know why.
So on the day of Sunday dinner, we were going over to his mom's house for Sunday dinner. I'm not sure why. She can't really cook. So as we're on our way there, we get there, and when we're there, she's bragging to her guests about this TV that her son bought her. And me knowing that his money went to bills, rent, and things of that sort, I asked him, well, where did you get the money for that TV? And he told me, I used half of your money for it, and I was going to tell you, and I was going to, give you the money back, but I did it because, our son broke my mom's TV a few months ago, so I was just, replacing it. And I thought, well, why didn't you tell me that you were about to do this? You didn't, let me know. You didn't inform me in any way whatsoever. So as his mom sees that I'm, chastising him and we're in the corner.
Would you look at that as stealing?
Don't interrupt her again,
sorry.
nor me.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Don't thank me. You're going to regret it later. Ms. Tennell, were you telling him that, or were you all up and down him about it?
No, I really wasn't all up and down. At least I don't think so.
I don't think you know when you're all up and down somebody.
No, I do know. But what got me upset is that she saw that her son and I were having a personal conversation, and she jumped in. And so then that resorted into altercation between not just me and him, but her and I as well. So now, I'm basically being ganged up on by him and her. And so I thought that since I paid for the TV, I'd take it. But I couldn't carry the TV, so
you tried to take the TV. So you what?
I pushed it.
And knocked it over and broke it?
Yeah.
Broke another TV.
How many TVs has she broken?
That's the second TV she broke, actually.
Yeah. Is it the second television that you broke?
No.
Have you broken other items in the home?
Yes.
Do you see any problem with that?
I see that I've been provoked.
Like, this chick is so destructive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, what do you guys think? Like, let me know in the comments, like, if you think, like, she was provoked into doing what she was doing, or if she's just doing too much. Because honestly, I feel like they are both doing too much in regards to him being unfaithful, being a liar, and she just acting like a mad person. Like, not even to him, but even his family. These are people who are not even involved in your relationship, and you're doing all this drama. Like, that is crazy. And she also doesn't take any accountability for the things that she does wrong. Like, I feel like she always say, oh, it's because Rasan did this, or it's because his mom did this, or it's because they did this. Like, she never takes accountability for her actions. And do you see her face? She's like she's so stubborn. She's so freaking stubborn. I promise you, she will not take accountability. Let's hear some more.
Do you see any problem with that?
I see that I've been provoked at times.
I think she's controlling, and I think she just tried to take the lead in this relationship. I feel like I'm the man in this relationship.
So you believe you should be the leader?
I mean, we equal at the same time, but I should lead as an example and let it be.
Well, that's a mistake. You know what I mean? I mean, even if you're going biblically, let me tell you what. He says a husband leads his wife, not the boyfriend, not the guy who got knocked her up. You have to commit your life to her before God meaningfully in order to be able to lead anybody. You don't lead no girlfriend. You don't get that kind of right, lead a girlfriend. I mean, it's another story biblically we can talk about whether you lead or not, but you can't be a boyfriend, knock somebody up, and call yourself a leader biblically, because that ain't true.
But, Your Honor.
What?
I feel like I deserve that position and I don't mind putting a ring on her finger if things get better.
You don't deserve, you earn.
I earn it.
Either you are her husband or you're not, and you're not.
Right. You shut me up.
Shut up! As in, you guys go back and watch my submit video. Like, dudes telling women submit, submit, submit. Like, what did I tell you? Do you remember what I said in the last video? By the time you as a man is opening your mouth to tell a woman, submit to me, I'm the man. You know, like, shut up. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Like, honestly, do not embarrass yourself. Please, have some dignity. Have some self-respect. Respect is earned. Respect is earned. Never, ever, ever in the rest of your life open your mouth to go tell another woman to submit to you. Do not ever do that, bro. Do not ever do that. Respect and trust is two-way. You don't get that respect and trust because you're a man with a penis. You get it because of the way you carry yourself, the way you act. You're a role model. You're admirable. So you cannot be running around like this guy, cheating, lying, stealing, like doing all manner of things and saying, oh, respect me, submit to me, I'm a man, I deserve it. You don't deserve You don't deserve nothing. Let's carry on.
I have a statement from his mother. You can read it if you want to. Personally, I think it's redundant and won't be any help. You're not a listener. You're not going to listen to what she says. She don't like you. I know why she doesn't like you. You're angry. You are disruptive. You are destructive. You are constantly under the impression that he's doing something to you. I believe you've done things to her. I think you've cheated on her, and she's suspicious for a reason, so you bought that. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, Ms. Tunnell, the anger that you display and the attitude that you hang on to and all the frustrations that you share so frequently and so forcefully is a prison of your own making. You do not destroy other people by doing it. You destroy yourself and your child. You destroy your sense of safety. You destroy your sense of self and your center and your peace. You don't tear up a television because you're mad at somebody, because that's just money out the window. You've got to grow up. I know you're only 21 years old, but you've got a child, and you've got an anger problem that is beyond control. That means you are creating little tornadoes in your little girl's head, or little boy's head. Little boy? Yeah. Little boy head. He has the right to have a stable childhood, and you not giving it to him. And you're not angry because that doesn't make you strong and assertive and not take no stuff. It just means I'm scared. And there's this certain strata of young women out there who go in every relationship scared to death. So they look and they search and they don't look for birth control. They look for text messages. I think it's crazy. He cheats, you leave. You don't have a baby with him because you look for birth control first. Do you see what I'm saying? You with me? I'm talking power. I'm talking real power. Real power is not broken TVs. Real power is not loud words. Real power is not GPS. Real power is having an education and no obligations and sitting back and saying, brother, if you can't do right, step. That's power.
Your Honor.
You can't lead if you're not a man. You can't lead if you're not married. You plant seeds of distrust. That's what you grow. Okay. This matter is adjourned.
Boom! Boom!
Judge Lynn spoke about, you having...
Oh, man, you guys, what do you think about what we have just seen? Like, the guy, like we said, is a liar, is a cheater, he's irresponsible, and he's not a secure individual. Like, he's not trustworthy at all. The girl, on the other hand, like Judge Lynn said, she's angry, she's suspicious for a reason, she's destructive, she doesn't listen, she's stubborn. Like, she's like a little tornado, she's like a hurricane, like she's just messing up everything in her path, breaking down TVs, attacking people, and honestly, that is wrong. I feel like no one deserves to be in such a toxic and unhealthy space, especially when they have a kid, honestly. And it's not like the kid is not gonna see some of these things. Kids see these things and they remember. The environment of your home has to be peaceful, has to be serene. And if you guys are fighting, breaking up, making up, screaming in the middle of the night, breaking things, fighting people, like, yo, there can never be peace. And you deserve peace. So let me know what you think in the comments about this couple, what we watched, what you think about relationships like this. Can they be fixed? Should they go their separate ways? Let me know what you think. Let me also know if you like this kind of video. This is my first time doing a reaction video, and if you want to see more of these kind of videos, let me know and I will be sure to deliver.